We are first going to start by walking through the tabs along the bottom of the spreadsheet. This first tab here is the Master Cost tab. This is the foundation of the entire spreadsheet. Every unit cost and price per unit is calculated here, and all other tabs pull information from the sheet automatically. Next is the Order Costs tab. This tab synthesizes the information from the Master's Cost tab into a clean table. You do not need to edit anything here, it updates automatically. Then we have the Order Log tab. This is where you'll enter all your Costco orders. I'll show you exactly how to do that later. After that is the Summary of the Order Log tab, which totals how much of each item you ordered that month and how much you spent. Next is the Waste Costs tab. This works almost exactly like the Order Cost tab, except the units are expressed in terms of what you actually waste. For example, Costco sells milk in cases of 2 gallons, but when you throw away milk, you usually throw away only a single gallon. The Waste Costs tab adjusts for that. So the spreadsheet always calculates waste cost accordingly, as you can see right here. The unit is in terms of gallons, and the price per unit is different than the price that you paid at Costco for the 2 gallons. Next is the Waste Log, where you'll record everything that gets thrown away. So the item, quantity wasted, reason. There's also a package to slice calculator right here to help convert partial packages of meats or cheeses into slices. After that is the Summary of Waste log, which totals the waste for the entire month. Next is the conversion table. This table defines how ordering units connect to waste units. It tells the spreadsheet things like 1 case of milk is equal to 2 gallons, as I mentioned earlier. As you can see here, case, gallons, 2. Or also 1 case of turkey comes with 2 packages and 80 slices total. This matters because you order units in one unit, but you waste them in another. Without these conversion ratios, the spreadsheet can't accurately compare how much you purchased to how much you wasted. You normally won't need to change anything here unless Costco changes packaging sizes or you add a brand new item. Last is the comparison table, which combines all the information from the waste log and the order log to show how much you ordered, how much you wasted, converted into the ordering units right here, your waste percentage, and how much you should consider ordering in the future right in this column. Now let's walk you through how to use the order log tab. Let's say I ordered some whole milk. I'll start by clicking in the date column and entering the date of the order. Next, I will click in the item column. A small arrow will appear on the right side of the column. If you click the arrow, it'll open up a drop-down list of items and select the one that you ordered. In this case, whole milk. Once you select the item, the price will automatically populate based on the Master's Cost tab, as you can see right here. Then you'll enter the quantity purchased in the Quantity tab. This should match your Costco invoice, which is usually the number of cases or containers. So we ordered 2 cases. Finally, you'll add your initials in the initials column, so we know who entered it. After you've entered the information, scroll to the bottom to see the total cost of the order calculated automatically, which is right here. At the end of the month, you can then go to the Summary of Orders log tab right on the bottom. If you right-click anywhere inside the table and select Refresh, this will pull all entries from the order log and update the monthly tables. Here, you can see that the 2 orders of milk have now been added in the summary. You will also see right at the top that there is a blank row. This is impossible to remove, but it is not an error. It is just here because of all the blank rows in the order log that have not been filled yet. Now let's look at the Waste log tab. Anytime you throw anything out, whether it's spoiled, expired, dropped, or unusable, you will enter it here. So let's say I threw out 1 gallon of whole milk. I'll start by entering the date in the date column. Then I will go to the item column and choose it from the drop-down, just like I did with the order log. So whole milk, as you can see, it automatically populated the unit and the price per unit. Then I will enter in the amount I am throwing out, which is 1 gallon. And then that automatically gave us the total cost for that specific waste. Then I will enter the reason for disposal, which is just expired, and then initial, the signature column, so we know who threw out what. So if you're throwing out a partial package of meat or cheese, I'll show you how to do that right now. So let's say you also threw it out on the same day. And let's say you are throwing out turkey. I'll go right into this log. I'm going to search turkey, the drop down automatically populates slices and this. However, let's say I'm throwing out just half a package of turkey. I don't know how many slices were in that. I'll go over to the package to slice calculator. I will enter turkey into this list. It automatically populated that, the slices, and the number of units per package. And since I am throwing out half a package, I'm going to type in 0.5, and that automatically gives us the estimated number of waste slices. So that means 20 slices. So I'll go over here and I'll enter 20 into this category. It'll give me the total cost right here. Then I'll type in, once again, the reason and my initials. And then if you scroll down to the bottom, just like before, you will see the total waste costs. At the end of the month, you can also go to the summary of waste log cost, right click, and press refresh, and that will automatically add in the total quantity and total cost of waste per month. Once again, there is a blank row at the top, but this is just because not all the rows in the waste log tab have been filled. It is not an error. The comparison table is the final step. When you right click and refresh the table, just like that, it will calculate how much you ordered, how much you wasted converted into ordering units, your waste percentage, and a recommended amount to order per month. So as you can see here, I had ordered 2 cases of turkey, wasted 20 slices, 80 slices per that. I ended up wasting about a fourth of a case, meaning that in the future, they recommend I order about 1.75 of the cases, which is impossible, but just to show about how much you should order. This recommendation doesn't account for special events or unusual customer patterns, but it does give you a helpful starting point to avoid over ordering. Once again, you will see that there's a blank row down here at the very bottom. This is not an error, but it's a result of the fact that there are empty rows in both the waste and the order logs. Now here's how to update the spreadsheet if Costco changes their prices. So if Costco updates their prices, you'll go to the Master's Cost tab right here, and then you will update the price in the price column. This one change will update the order cost, the waste cost, and all the logs automatically, so you don't need to make any other adjustments. So for instance, they change the price of whole milk to $7.50, automatically updated the price per unit right here. If you go over here, the price is now 7.5 over here. And then if you go over to the waste costs, 3.75, they automatically updated. That will be reflected in the log itself. Another adjustment you may need to make to the spreadsheet is if you have a new pastry, drink item, ingredient, or any other item. Here's how to add it. So let's say we're adding the Bon Appetit Apple Danish. So I'm going to go to the Master's Cost tab. I'm already on, and then I will find the correct category. So in this case, pastries. And I will insert a row by right-clicking on the row of and going insert. Here I will enter the name. So Bon Appetit Danish. Then price, which is going to be $13.59. It came with, I believe, 8 danishes per package. So I'll enter 8 quantity, unit, type in Danish. And then here to create this calculation, I'm just going to press price, cell, divide it by the quantity. That will give you the price per pastry. Next, you will assign a named range to the price. So you will right-click on this price cell you just entered, and then you will go up to formulas. Once you go to formulas, you will press define name right here. It will pop up this. Then you will choose a simple name. So I'm going to do Apple Danish price. That's okay. Then I will go to the order cost table, and I will find kind of where I inserted it before, insert another row once again, insert. Then I will type in the same name I used before. This is important to note. It has to be the exact same name. And then I will type in equals. And then I will type in what I just defined, Apple Danish price. There we go. Then I will go back to the Master's Cost tab, and I will define the price per pastry or the price per unit right here. So I'll go up here, go to formulas, once again, define name, and I will go Apple Danish PPU or price per unit, press OK. Then I will go to the waste log tab, right over the waste cost tab, sorry, right over here. Then I will scroll down, insert a row into the table, type in the exact same name as before, Bon Appetit Apple Danish. In the unit, I will type in Danish. In the price per unit, I will go search, and it has to be the PPU. Finally, I will go into the conversion tab, and I will find kind of beer I was before, insert a column, or sorry, row, apple. Bon Appetit Apple Danish. Then the order unit was just pack, we'll say. And let's say the waste unit is Danish. And then the waste per order unit, since there were 8 in the pack, I will say that there were 8 waste per order unit right there. 8. There we go. And just to ensure that everything's running correctly, I'm going to go up to the order log and I'm going to pretend that I ordered a Danish. As you can see, it auto-populated here. Let's go to the waste log to make sure that's working too. Perfect. And you are all good to go with that. My recommendation to use this spreadsheet by month is to create a new spreadsheet every month. This way you can retain the information from month to month without just clearing out all the information on this specific one. So how you do this is you will go to File, Save As up here, or you can also just go right here, Save As, and you'll choose a name. So I'll do Lucky Ones Waste Log. Maybe we'll type in the month that, so December. Save. So let's say you're moving on to January. It's now January. You'll just take your December one, save as January. If you save as January, then you can go into your January one, and to start at the top of the month, you'll just clear out all the information from your previous one. And then you are good to go. So as a final reminder, you will mainly be working with the order log and waste log tabs right here. The other tabs will update automatically when you enter new data or refresh them. If prices change or new items are added, that's when you did what I just showed you earlier with the updating the master's cost tab and then updating the order costs and the waste costs and then the conversion table. That was a full walkthrough of the waste management system. You can now use it to track orders, monitor waste, and make more informed ordering decisions each month. Thanks for watching.